Nightmare Areola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Just want to give my quick opinion about the WBC placing Vladimir Klitschko at number 2 in their new rankings. He is one spot behind Berman Stavern, and he's one spot ahead of Luis Ortiz. Ortiz was number 2 until they reshuffled these rankings. I have mixed feelings about this. First, let me say it's about damn time. What took so long? We could have had an undisputed champion the first quarter of 2014 had been up to me. Why do I say that? Vladimir Klitschko had the IBF, the WBO, and the WBA titles going into the first quarter of 2014. He ended up fighting Alex Leopai, and he fought Pulev in 2014. I believe the WBC should have worked with the other sanctioning bodies, and we should have had an undisputed champion the first quarter of 2014 because Stavern had just beat, in 2013, he had beat Chris Arreola for the WBC silver title. The very next year, the first quarter of the 2014, it was a rematch of Stavern versus Arreola again. So instead of that taking place, it should have been Stavern and Vladimir Klitschko for the vacant WBC title. I don't really care if Vladimir wasn't in their ranking system. I mean, come on, man. Let's use I understand they have a ranking system to follow. But besides all that, anybody that was following the division knew that Vladimir Klitschko was the man. He had 3 of the 4 titles. You know what I mean? So that would have been a fight for undisputed. Didn't happen. Stavern ended up fighting Arreola in a rematch, and then he signed to fight Deontay Wilder that next year in 2015, believe January 2015. All right, so Vladimir should have been in there right after his brother retired, and his brother, they're brothers, so they talk to each other, I'm sure. Maybe Vitaly didn't know if he was coming back or not, but they could have worked with each other, worked with the WBC, and had him in the rankings fighting for that title. I believe that's what should have happened. So now, him being placed there today, 2017, few different things, all right? I think it's odd because he's lost his last 2 fights, all right? And he's never been in their sanctioning body rankings. I don't remember the last time. If one of you guys remember the last time he was rated in their sanctioning body, I'm talking about Vladimir, not his brother, but Vladimir. Please let me know when the last time he was rated by the WBC, all right? So him being placed there now after losing his last 2 fights, kind of weird. But I will say that his last 2 losses are to 2 of the top 5 heavyweights in the division right now. I will put Fury. Well, I know Fury's been inactive, but when he's active and he's fighting, he's a guy that's in my top 5, and so is Anthony Joshua. So Vladimir being there again, I think he's an overall top 5, 6 somewhere. He's a top 5 heavyweight right now. But for him to just get placed by the WBC as number 2 after all these years and after 2 losses, it's just kind of like, how did this happen? So I think it's a good look. And if Wilder or Stavern, because I'm favoring Wilder, but Wilder versus Stavern, the winner of that, if they were to fight Vladimir Klitschko next, that'd be a good look. Now, I know Klitschko, he's going to come to a decision here in a few weeks if he wants to take up that rematch because he has that clause in his contract. So we'll see what he's going to do with Joshua. There may be a rematch, but now that he's rated by the WBC, maybe he may detour and try to go the WBC route and get a crack at Deontay Wilder. I think it'd be a good fight. I know Klitschko has dropped his last 2 fights. I understand that. But I think that he's still formidable, and I still think he could beat a lot of heavyweights. Could he beat Wilder? Can he beat Parker? Hey, man, on paper, we may, debate with each other, but I would still give Vladimir a hell of a chance. And if he were to beat Wilder, it wouldn't surprise me, even at this age. Because what I seen with the Joshua fight, Klitschko can still go, man. That dude can still go. He still has a lethal right hand. His legs look good to me. He doesn't look like he's in his prime, but he still looks pretty damn formidable, even at 41. I would love to see him fight Wilder. I would love to see that fight. I'm getting calls here. I would love to see that fight, so him being rated there, again, what took so long and why after 2 losses? But then, again, maybe he may go the WBC route if he doesn't choose to fight Joshua. But then I heard from his team, it's either going to be fight Joshua or retire. So that's why I'm kind of, I don't know, man. And with boxing, we know things can be in the works behind the scenes, and us fans will be the last to hear about it, So I guess we'll see what happens, man. But him being rated there, long overdue. But again, it does make me scratch my head. Well, a lot of things the WBC does make me scratch my head, like putting Berman Stavern as the mandatory. That made me scratch my head. They do a lot of things that make me scratch my head, the WBC. So, yeah, him being there, it's a good look. I still have him as one of my top 5 heavyweights out right now. But again, he did lose 2 fights. He's never been rated there before, and now they place him there. Maybe it's something with Wilder that's in the works. Who knows? But that's my thoughts about it. I would love to see Wilder fight Klitschko. So I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to front like, oh, he doesn't deserve to be there. I want to see Wilder fight somebody. No, I would like to see Wilder fight Klitschko or Ortiz when it comes to those WBC rankings, not Stavern. But, I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section about Vladimir Klitschko being rated number 2 by the WBC. Do you think he's going to try to push to get a fight against the winner out of Wilder and Stavern? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. I'm out.